and gentlemen, welcome to the Pop Art Hunter channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at quite a few books, and actually this is part of what I'm going to do as a three-part series because there's so many books that are related to movie posters. These books are from a company called Evergreen, and it is written by Tony Normand and Graham Marsh, and they did a whole bunch of these books with movies posters from various decades and from various genres. And so we're going to split this in three parts because I have all the way from the 30s to the 90s, plus some specialty things like science fiction, etc. And so we're going to actually look at these first. These are 1930s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, and they have a lot of great movie posters in them, and I think it's kind of cool that there's this whole big set, so you can pull a decade off the shelf and look at it and kind of get a sense of what movie posters were like from that particular time period. So let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, we got film posters, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. I've got just a bit of residue on the one book here. Otherwise, they're in pretty good shape. You know, some minor creasing in the corner, etc. But overall, I think the books are in good condition. Now, I believe that there are hardcover versions of this, and the hardcovers may have even been numbered or limited edition. I saw one that advertises number, but here's the thing: somebody could just wrote a number in the front of it. So I don't know if that's legitimate or not. Looking at these, I did notice, and this is just me, and these might be different editions of this same book, but they are different. If you look at the 40s and the 60s, I like the fact that the titling is all the same. And then you got this 50s thrown in there. And then the 30s looks different from that. So, I'm going to have to look and see, because if I could find them that matched a little bit better, I would be much more happy with that. So it definitely could be different versions of these. These might be first editions. These might be later or something like that. I definitely like the consistency of it. But I can live with it, just for a perusal purposes. So we're not going to go through all the posters of these books. Again, for the most part, only a couple books I'll do that with, but I'd rather have you buy the book or purchase the book so you can view everything. But we'll kind of give you a little sense of what is in here, what you can expect to find if you purchase these books. So the 30s are obviously going to be a lot of older posters. In here, you have the title, you have the year, you have the rough size of the poster, both in inches and centimeters, and then if it's a style A, style C, like which style it's in. Constance Bennett. Oh, so here's some Wizard of Oz. I think it's a Wizard of Oz stuff. And they have posters from different countries as well. It's always amazing. So, like, this is one thing, and this is in the poster, but also in the the lobby card. So, if you look at the Tin Man, you'll notice that his face is flesh-colored and not silver. And I always wondered if that was something they took as a promotional photo, if they colored him in so he looked more human, like what was the advertising, benefit there. I'm not really sure. Here's the Wizard of Oz, and I'm not seeing where this one is from. Well, just a stamp. So this is a U.S. release. This is a weird poster. I think they were trying to tie in the book, imagery to cater to people who might like the book. They always have the live action actors, and they put both good and bad, so you could get scary versus magical in one poster. So I think they were trying too hard. This one's just weird. It is the French poster. I'm not really caring for these graphics. I don't even think these graphics are similar to what was not a book. They tried to make Frank Morgan there, which did not do a very good job on his likeness, in my opinion. But whatever. I just don't like that style. King Kong. Now there's a poster for you. And that's an incredible poster. It just is iconic. It's great colors and drawings. This one's not as cool as this tall one. 81 inches by 41 inches. Boy, I would love to have that, and probably never afford it. And here's the thing: I've never seen that particular King Kong, nor was I a huge King Kong aficionado or anything like that. But that's just a nice poster. Got some Gone with the Wind here. I'm going to flip through 39 Steps. That was an oldie, but it was remade into a Broadway play. That's actually kind of neat. It's kind of farcical in nature, a little slapsticky. It's kind of fun. What is this? M? I can't. The Testament of Dr. Moreau. Is this I said Dr. Moreau. Dr. Mabuli? Maboose? It's hard to read. I was thinking of Island of Dr. Moreau. That was, I never saw the old Island of Dr. Moreau, but I did see the new one with Val Kilmer, Marlon Brando. I actually liked that movie as a kid. It did terribly on every review site I've ever made, but I thought it was good. The documentary behind the making of it is certainly a hoot, and I would recommend watching it. The stuff that happened in that movie is just crazy. Really significantly different posters here. Like they had realistic drawings of Stan and Laurel, Oliver and Hardy, Stan, Oliver, Laurel, and Hardy. Yeah, that's what it is. Laurel and Hardy, but Stan and Ollie. That's what I was getting from. Anyway, and here's a more typical cartoons that you'll all see them little caricatures, but some Chaplin. I don't notice these. Little Caesar. Don't know that. Okay. All right. Moving on to the next. Let's go to the 40's. Okay. So we got Humphrey Bogart, Les Tresor de la Sierra Madre. The Treasure of the Sierra Madre. I didn't translate that myself. I looked at the caption. So I'm not as familiar with some of these older movies, but I mean, again, the poster style, it definitely has a distinct look and feel, and I'm sure like these posters look like they were done by the same artist, and so that might be something like the Drew Struzan of their days. I'm sure there wasn't a ton of poster artists out there. This guy looks like he's picking his nose. I'm just saying. I don't know if that was what the artist intended. Yeah, look at that one. That's art by Osvaldo Venturi. It's got this kind of watercolor look. Let me go back to see if that was the same artist. No. But these two are done by the same artist. This is not, but it looks similar. Lots of old posters in here, but Dr. Psychop. Now we're getting into some of these like B movies, and I like that. They just have such a unique style. They're almost more humorous than anything else. Yeah, I know a lot more from the 30s than I do from the 50s or 40s. Apparently, let's move on to the 50s. There's so many of these in a different language. I can't read them natively. Written on the wind. So like trying to be Gone with the Wind. The poster looks similar to Gone with the Wind. House of Wax. That's not a great poster, but they're trying to talk about the 3 dimensions. Remember the blue and red 3D glasses? Boy, those were terrible. Kiss Me Natalie. City That Never Leaves. Oh, okay, Vertigo. That's an interesting poster. A little bit more minimalist and stylized. High School Hellcats. Daddy-O. The Rebels. Now we're getting into Beach Party Summer kind of stuff. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. That's great. Oh, Creature from the Black Lagoon. That's a classic poster. That would be an expensive one. Peter Cushing as Dracula? Wait, Kirk Douglas as the Wolfman? Or he's just in there? Oh, that's not the Wolfman. I thought he was playing the Wolfman. Apparently not a good enough poster for me to know what was going on. No, we got some Elvis Presley. And we're getting into that. Now we're getting into stuff I know more about, and last the 60s, which will probably have more movies I've seen. In the next video, we'll be doing 70s, 80s, and 90s, which we'll be able to look a little bit closer at, and I can comment on a little bit more specific because I know more of those posters. You see a lot of I have an advertising portfolio for Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, from the original advertising agency, and they use old posters. Like I remember this poster being referenced specifically for Cool Hand Luke. And they did a poster similar to this with Austin Powers and using that kind of ripple echo effect thing now. Girl on a motorcycle. Faster, pussycat. Kill, kill. What in the world is that movie? The Illustrated Man. What in the world was happening in the 60s? I guess we know. It was a time of love, man. The 60s. Oh yeah, there we go. Adam West, Burt Ward, Batman. That's like, I mean, I like it because it gives me nostalgia, but that's a cool poster out. Like they captured the comic book essence with the font and the colors and the characters. That was a great job. Didn't ever see 2001: Space Odyssey. Heard good things. Also heard it was boring and terrible, but the posters are kind of unique there. I like that. These posters seem like they're the Time Machines. It's sort of paying homage to the old posters that we saw in the 30s and or 30s, 40s, and 50s there. More like the 30s and 40s. Oh, we got some James Bond here. All right. Well, that's the first 4 of these books, and next we'll move on to the next 3 decades, and then there's also some specialty horror, exploitation, and science fiction. But that's these first 4. I think these are really great books. They're pretty comprehensive. They have a lot of different posters from the various decades in question. They give the size of the poster and the name of the movie and the year that it was produced and things like that. I think these are great to have on a shelf. And because I have this whole collection, we'll be doing parts 2 and 3 with the other books. But, it's nice to have them all from one series. So they're fairly consistent in the way they look and feel. And so I think this is a great way to have a movie poster collection without breaking the bank and also not running out of room completely. And also, you can just use it as a catalog. So if you do find a poster in here that you're like, I didn't even know this poster existed. I didn't know that variant existed. You can then try to seek it out and you have more details about it. So I think they did a great job with this series of books. Happy to have it in my collection. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure you look out for parts 2 and 3 where we cover some of the other books from this particular movie poster book series. Thanks for watching the Pop Art Hunter channel, and we will see you next time.